I'm going to show a quick clip. You guys, most of you I think have seen the movie, so this won't come as anything new, but it'll help kind of launch the conversation. So.
Of the workforce that was let go 2 years ago, how many of the workforce is still here?
Yeah, they're gone.
They've either been paid off, retired, relocated.
They're all creating businesses. I know 4 of them who have started up small businesses here.
That's good.
If you opened a plant here, how fast could you hire and train a new workforce?
Oh,
Quickly.
Easy.
So the fact that all
Right.
these people are gone is perhaps in the plus column because they could pay less.
Oh, a lot less. And I mean, well.
And
How do you address the needs of tens of millions of people who are used to going to work, punching a clock, getting a paycheck, going home and not thinking about it for the other 120 hours, 128 hours a week that aren't the 40 hours a week that are at work? That's the great American tradition of work in the middle class. What's the replacement for that when you have millions or tens of millions of people who were getting employed at this level of $20 or $30 or $40 an hour, and now they can't find work at that wage rate?
Change is difficult, and you can, as the movie stated, you could stay here and get a $9, $10 an hour job. You cannot survive on $10 or $12 an hour jobs. Okay, you can't pay the rent, the heat, eat, and get to work and back.
The difficulty is going out and finding a job that comes anywhere close to what the union wage had been. And that's just a reality. The total income in this country has plummeted, particularly in the middle class. You can't argue for low wages and expect your economy to grow.
You know, what should people like Angie and Gail do? Well, some might become entrepreneurs. But at the end of the day, you know, to someone who believes strongly in entrepreneurship like yourself, also have a vision for what is going to happen for the other people who aren't going to be entrepreneurs.
First of all, policymakers don't know who the eventual entrepreneurs will be. I mean, if you were to look at my upbringing in Janesville, son of an auto working family, you would never pick me out of a crowd to say that I was going to achieve the things that I've achieved in my life, whether educationally, academically, or financially.
Right.
I don't fit that. But because government and unions provided a safety net for my parents, that I had a comfortable home where when I took risks in my career, in my jobs, and when I failed, I knew I had a place to come home
Right.
to again.
Right, literally.
I would literally. I mean, I would have never, you know, to use a cliche, reached for the stars.
If you can go start a business and make $1 million, that's better. But I don't think 100 million people can do that.
Why not? When you have that climate where lots of people can go out and create businesses, you'll have a lot of people that will be employees in those businesses. There'll be people that'll own the businesses. All those different things are there when you have a good climate to do it in.
We run a lot of programs on entrepreneurs, and it's one of the hardest things to really, quite frankly, get people going into, particularly, and I see the point about wages.
Which is the one that went back to Black Hawk?
Cindy.
Cindy.
I'm tired.
You're tired?
Yes.
How's school going?
Sucks.
Yeah?
Brain fried. I got 17 credits, so average person has 12, you know.
Well, you're going to stick with it, though, right?
Oh yeah, I got to, you know. I don't fail
It's a
enough,
good
but
opportunity.
It's just harder than I thought.
In some ways, I look at her as an entrepreneur in a different way. I mean, she understood that it's going to take an education to fit into this new economy, an economy without GM, without good wages and union protections, and you know, she took that risk.
You could make very good money at the plant, but you could make very good money in lots of other places too. You can't do that today.
there are a lot of good paying jobs in manufacturing, but people may not have the skills to be able to go into those. And that's where your big skills gap is in manufacturing. And how do you get the people who have been displaced into those jobs is really the big question.